So today is Friday the 16th, and actually I'm starting filming a little bit late because I've spent a couple of days at my mom's house, and I'm still here. I'm going back home today, but I haven't been filming. I did finally get to my kits and to my tablet that I left here like 2 weeks ago. So I finally will be able to start stitching my charts and my kits that I have back at home that I do use pattern, you know, digital patterns with. So that's a good thing. But this week I'll be finally able to show you what I've been stitching last week because I haven't been filming that. I didn't film it because I forgot it at my mom's house. Okay, anyways, this is the first one. This is Rioli's. I haven't been filming. I haven't been stitching it yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll stitch it a little bit today, though I'm not really sure because I kind of want to stitch something else today. But this is a pretty good progress. Hopefully I remembered to keep the photos from last week from what I had before I started stitching, and I did finish the larger flower and the ones on the sides, and now all I have to do is just move my hoop up, so I'll be able to keep stitching the top. But I think that altogether it looks really beautiful. I love how it looks on black. I haven't been stitching on black before, and this is my first experience, plus it's wool, of course, so yeah, that's great. Anyways, I think that you can see the progress. It's a really easy stitch. This is, by the way, Rioli's kit, if you don't remember, and I am loving Rioli's. So this is kit number 1. Now kit number 2, the one that I am stitching, by the way, from Saga as well, so it's not a difficult stitch because I don't use paper chart, because on paper chart the project is an easy project, but it's kind of complicated because it has a lot of confetti, because it's a tree, it's a sakura tree. So what I'm talking about is this, and hopefully you'll be able to see it well. Hopefully the lighting is good. So I think that I've made a pretty good progress with this one as well. It has a little bit of backstitch and it has a lot of beading that adds a lot to this project. So this is what I have. I cannot tell you how much exactly I've stitched, but I've stitched quite a bit. Again, hopefully I kept the picture that I had before, like last week, but I'm not really sure because I transferred it to my computer. I think that it's supposed to be there still, so I'll check it out when I'll be editing this video. But I think that it's pretty obvious what I have here. It's almost half project stitch. It's the bottom, and now I'm about to enter the center where the pagoda building is and the whole water area. All around the bottom side, all the holes that you can see, the stitches that I've missed, are supposed to be the beading spaces. That's where the beads are going. So I think that this is going along pretty well, considering that I've left it here and I haven't picked it up for like a week. I think that it's a good progress for this little project. Now I did take with me another project that I wanted to stitch. That was my saga, my chimera, and let's just see what I have stitched chimera wise. So this is it. This is something that I've been stitching for the last like 2 days. I've stitched quite a bit. I have finished the area around here. Everything is already filled in. Come on, focus. Everything is filled in. The stitches are finished, and I have moved to the next area, to the next square. I'm going to be filling in this little square, and it already is touching the lighthouse, so I will be going to the final stages of the lighthouse. Right now it's like I said before, it's a really easy stitch right now for this project, but it's a lot, because sometimes it's really getting, on your nerve when you are stitching the same color for a long time. But what can I do? I really, really want to finish it. You guys, thank you for contributing, for telling me what you want to see next, because the survey that I made, a lot of you actually answered it, and I do have a next project that had like 40 something percent. So there were 4 projects over there. I'm not going to say which one of them is winning right now. I am going to tell you that and show you the results when I finish this one. But from what I can see right now, there is one project out of 4 that had 40 something percent for now, at least, and the rest of the percentage were split between the other 3. So the winner is, of course, one with most votes. And you know what? I'm really happy about it because I really like the design. Plus, it has a different thread that I haven't tried before. So that's something that's going to be really, really interesting to try. So Himera, I have my new project for the future. Hopefully for the near future, because this is something that I am really, really excited about. Now, like I said, I'm going home today. We found the perfect apartment. The funny thing is, I had this story told when my mother-in-law, she bought a couch one time. It was a long time ago, but it's just a short story before I tell you mine. She chose a couch that was really, really uncomfortable, really, really ugly, but she decided that she didn't want to tell her husband, so she took him all over town to, just a second, somebody's calling me. Sorry, just had a call from somebody who's interested in our apartment. We do have a buyer that's supposed to be signing with us, but it's kind of he's kind of dragging it, so I'm not really sure about him. So we'll see. Anyways, she picked a couch and she dragged her husband, my father-in-law, through the entire house through the entire town for all the furniture shops, showing him couches, and then she took him back to the one that she wanted to buy, and it ended up being the one that she bought. So that's a sad story about that ugly couch. But what happened with our story is that I had an apartment in my mind that I wanted for a very long time. It's actually just the next house from my mom. My mom lives in a 2-story house. Now it's like a cottage. It has neighbors on the first floor, like a garden apartment, and then my mom's apartment is in the second floor, and the neighborhood is like 2-story houses, like cottages. Now the cottage just next door, like you can say that, like the next cottage in the row is the first floor, the garden apartment. Now the apartment is so beautiful. The people have actually really built it up. It is so good looking. The living room, the kitchen is amazing. Everything in the apartment is beautiful, and the garden is perfect. It's like it has synthetic grass. It has like a spot where there's a little garden. I mean, it's an amazing apartment, and the price is just what we are ready to pay for it. So my husband was really against it because he thought that I was biased because it was next door to my mom. So he said, no, no way, that's a bad apartment for us. Now, we went through the entire city looking for apartments, looking for them. We found one apartment, the one that we looked for, like one before the last that we chose eventually, and it was a good one as well. And then the last apartment that we saw was the one that I wanted, like the one next door to this house. And he really, really loved it. So eventually we ended up choosing the apartment that I wanted. So what was the point going all over the town watching and looking for apartments when we eventually ended up choosing the one that I wanted? Men. Anyways, we have an apartment that we are really, really liking, and hopefully next week we will be finally signing the agreement for the buying of our apartment. By the way, the guy that called me just now is also interesting and checking it out. So I still say that the apartment is available up until the point where we are going to be signing the papers. I am still selling the apartment. So we'll see. Hopefully everything will work out. Hopefully we will be able to get the apartment next door that I wanted. I will definitely give you a house tour once we are, able to. And I am so praying for that to work, because you guys, really, it's my dream house. It has a little garden. It has a place where Marky can, we can put a little pool for him over there. We can get a dog again that will spend his time in the garden. Plus the kitchen is amazing. I am dying for a big, beautiful kitchen. Okay. Anyways, that's just a side story for my stitching video. Like I said, I'm going to be going back home today, so I'll be showing you other projects during this video. Hopefully it will be soon, because lately I have been kind of having trouble filming because I'm kind of lazy and I have other stuff on my mind. But hopefully you're still with me. Okay, so I will see you in a couple of seconds with another update. So I think that the difference is pretty obvious. I have been stitching this for the last, how much? Like a couple of days. I've stitched it on the 14th and the 15th, and then the 17th and the 18th. So I just skipped a day. But for some reason, I just had this really big need to stitch it. Maybe because well, you can probably tell by the way that this is the lighthouse. So maybe because it's coming along pretty well and I have 82.80% stitched by this point. So maybe that's the reason, because I'm nearing the end. Or maybe just because I missed this project. So yeah, I finally got to the lighthouse again. I did stitch all over the sky area, and now I am moving to the lighthouse, and that's something that actually I was kind of waiting for, because it's kind of boring to stitch the the background. Let's just call it a background, because it's just sky and it doesn't have any elements in it. So yeah, so let's just see. I've stitched it on the 17th. I'll just talk about the last 2 days. I've stitched it on the 17th, and I've stitched 995 half crosses, and the next day, which was today by the way, I've stitched 922 half crosses, which is a pretty good progress. I really did miss this project. Now, like I said, I have 82.82% almost finished this one. By the way, you guys, thank you so much for helping me choose, because if you are watching and if you're following, I did post a post about a choice that I have to make from one Chimera project for one Chimera project. So the survey that I posted really worked, and you really helped me. So by this point we do have a winner with 42%, and that's really fun, just because the threads in that project are different than these, and I've never stitched with those. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not going to say which one it was for now. I'm going to finish this one first and then I'm going to tell you. But it's pretty good because I was planning on stitching Chocolate Night. I'm just going to give you a spoiler, maybe a little hint. I was planning on stitching Chocolate Night after I finished this. I was sure about that. I was planning for that project for a very long time, until I finally bought it, and then I was waiting to finish one big project to start it. But then when I received 3 new kits, I started kind of being unsure. So thank you for helping me choose, and you really did, and I'm happy for asking you. Okay, so like I said, today is the 18th. It's already, what time is it? It's 11:30 at night. Marky is finally asleep. He became so active. By the way, right now he learned how to stand up. So he kind of crawls to the couch and he stands up by himself. And from the moment he learned how to do that, he does not want to sit. He always want to stand up, and I do not have any spare moment while he's awake. I have to follow him because he learned how to crawl, and right away after that he learned how to stand up. So right now he's really active. He is moving all the time. He's not sitting in one place for 5 minutes, and it's difficult. So right now I'm enjoying my silence. I finally finished all my house chores. Washed the dishes, I took off the laundry. Oh gosh, and now I'm sitting down to stitch. So what I'm going to stitch right now, let me just show you right away because it's already ready. This is it. I have missed this project like crazy. I was kind of dreaming about starting to stitch it again. This is my 12 beauties, and this is something that I am dying to stitch for a while now, and I did not because it was uncomfortable to me to put the big huge frame on this little table that I use. By the way, this is what I use. This is really old. I actually found it in my husband's toolbox, and I don't know how to call this. You probably will help me, but this is used for building. But I actually took this for holding my frame, but I do need to buy a frame stand or something. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to stitch it as much as I can, maybe for an hour, and then I'm going to go to bed because it's getting late, and hopefully Marky is going to be asleep for the entire night, because for the last 2 nights he didn't wake up, so he slept up until 8 o'clock in the morning, which is very good. Okay, so I'm going to start stitching, watch maybe a movie or something, and enjoy. Okay, so an update. Today is the 21st already. Actually, it's 1 o'clock at night, so it's the 21st, the 20th, and a little bit because I'm counting this as the 20th still. So I have been stitching this for the last few days. I've been going on and off with another project because it's a little bit of a problem stitching this while Marky is around, because he is on a playmat in the middle of the living room, and this frame is standing on let me just show you, on this little thingy. This is kind of I don't even know how to call it. It was supposed to be part of a stand, but I've showed you before, I am using it with these clippers, so that's what's holding my huge frame. Now I was asking for a gift for my birthday, and actually I can order it tomorrow, but I just made it as if I was asking it as a gift. But I was thinking maybe to get myself maybe a standing frame holder. I don't know how do you call it, but it's a stand that's supposed to be holding these. I know that Millennium Frame have a stand like that that's supposed to hold, it has like these two horns and it's holding the frames. I know that there's a Russian or Ukraine company that makes them. They are much cheaper, so I'm thinking of getting one because it's really uncomfortable rolling this thing out every time I want to stitch something bigger, and plus that holder has a holder for a smaller frame, so I will be able to just put it aside and just take it out whenever I want. I think that's going to be much more comfortable than rolling this thing around. Plus, whenever, if anytime soon, we will be moving to our new place, I think that it will be not a good idea to take this junk over there. So hopefully you are not hearing too much noise in the background because my fan is working right next to me. It's really hot. It was almost 40 degrees today and it's like scalding hot. Anyways, I've been going crazy over this project lately. I was missing it a lot. I really wanted to stitch one of my bigger projects, and that's what happened actually. I was stitching it for, well, let's just say 3 days. I've started on the 18th. On the 18th, I just started like late at night. I stitched 47 crosses. By the way, I'm reading it from Saga. Let me just show you on Saga. On the 18th, I've been stitching really late, 47 crosses, and then it crossed over 12 o'clock at night to the 19th, and I've stitched another 468, and the next day on the 20th, which was today actually, I've stitched 266 crosses, and when it crossed 12 o'clock again, I stitched another 97 crosses. So I'm approximately stitching like a 100 crosses more or less an hour. I think that's so little. It's not a lot at all. I have only 2.39 stitched from this project. Can you imagine? And I've already stitched this huge piece. So yeah, I have a long way to go, but I am loving this project. It's so colorful. I think that the ladies are going to be beautiful. I think that stitching backstitch will be a little bit difficult because it's really tight, but I don't care. I think that this is a beautiful project, and whenever I am going to be finishing this one, I think that this is going to be amazing. Okay, so the next thing that I was stitching, I was actually kind of switching from this to the other one, and that is it. This is my, oh gosh, I'm just going to put it on top. Oh no, it's falling. This is my Riolis. This is the elongated flowers one, and as you can see, I've already went up to this little stembles, I guess. How do you call that? Now I finished, I'm just going to pick this up. Okay, so I finished the first chart. This is it. I've crossed it out, and I have already, it's upside down, and I've already finished this part, the top, and I have skipped to the next one. I've skipped to the next page, so I'm basically stitching these right now, and then I'm going to go up to the flowers. If I would have been stitching that just this, I would have, I think, finished it within like 2 weeks, like not more than 2 weeks, because it's really an easy stitch, and I love stitching with wool. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again 1,000 times. I have fallen in love with Riolis wool kits. I think that there are other companies that make kits that are stitched with wool, but I know only this one. I've stitched a few of this type of project, the ones with the wool, and I think that this is the greatest. I am loving every moment I think that it looks so fluffy and so like tasty. I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. Plus, I am enjoying stitching it on black. I think that on black it looks really, really bright. It looks amazing. A lot better than the the preview that comes with the kit. So you probably can see the edge. This is the edge of the first page, and then I just went up to the next one, so I'm already stitching the next stage of it. Okay, tomorrow I'm thinking about stitching my swan. Yeah, I think I've been thinking about it quite a bit for the last couple of days that I want to stitch swan. I really want to finish this one because I want to move on to another one of my botanical garden circles. I really want to stitch. I actually found a couple more that I want to add to my collection, but I didn't order them yet. And I've ordered new thread that I want to use for the two-stranded backstitch. I've actually saw a video of a Russian YouTuber that used that particular thread to do the two-threaded backstitch, and she said that it was perfect for that because I've used a thread like that before and I did not like it because it was too fluffy. But the one that I ordered is called DMC Silk something, so it's basically the same width as the two-stranded one. So that's going to be really interesting. I've ordered it from Amazon because I don't know where to buy it in Israel. They do not sell a lot of craft, stitching related craft stuff in Israel. So I usually order all of my stuff, like 95% of it, not even 95, like 99% of it from, from Russian websites or from, from Amazon or AliExpress. Now, by the way, regarding ordering online, you have asked me about my wooden kits, the ones that I was showing, in my last video, the house and the light. Now I'm going to link the website down below in the info box, so you can go check it out. The only thing is that I don't think that website is in English. It's a Russian website, so hopefully you will not have a lot of trouble finding about it. But you can also just do a search for like Fruzilok, which is the name of the company. I am going to link the website, like I said, down below, and maybe in the somewhere around this video, so you can find it easily. Okay, now I'm going to I think that I'm going to finish this stitching video or stitching day right now because it's time to go to bed. Marky is asleep like from 10 o'clock. He's been really active today. He is becoming a big boy. He learned how to stand up. He's standing up by himself really easily now. He stands up holding the couches, so he kind of moves around by the edge of the couch, and that's so cute. And he kind of comes up to you and he asks you to pick him up, which is so sweet. He's such a beautiful, sweet little boy. Sometimes I just look at him and I cannot believe that he is real. But since he learned how to stand up, he keeps wanting to stand up and he doesn't want to sit down. So he's a lot of work right now because he asks for a lot of attention, and considering that I'm the only one like 99% of the time with him, my husband is working, so he spends not that much time with them, just like in the moments when he's at home or before he goes to work. So yeah, that's basically on me, and I do not have a lot of time to spend filming or stitching. I kind of stitch a lot, but I kind of stitch with jumps from sleep to sleep from nap time to nap time. So that's something that I do to just calm myself down and have a little me time. And by the end of the day, I do stitch, but I don't stitch as much as I would have liked to. But that's what happens when you have a baby. Plus thinking, if I want to have another baby, and I do want to have another baby, when will I have time to do anything? Maybe that's the reason why my videos became like more like once a week type of thing, because I just don't have that much time. Maybe if I'll have more time to stitch, I'll have more time to film and show you more stuff. So hopefully I will be able to stitch more tomorrow. And like I said, I'm planning on stitching my swan. So okay, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Hi everybody. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I've last filmed. Some major changes have happened in our living arrangements. That's the reason why I wasn't filming as much, though I was stitching, but currently I'm at my mom's house. Some stuff has been going on. I will not go much into it, but as you probably know, we were buying a house in like this city. Everything was already set. This week they are signing the selling agreement with the buyer of the house that we are selling in Ashkelon, and we were supposed to start the process of buying a house here in Sderot. But something happened. Our well, my husband's father, my father-in-law, has decided that he didn't want to, and he decided that he wanted to leave alone for some reason. Anyways, that's a long story. There's a lot of arguments about that, and we ended up not being able to buy a house. So the thing is that I am currently living at my mom's house. I do not want to go back to the house that I was living in, to my father-in-law's house. I am very angry because we had a lot of plans. We had a lot of plans already on the going, and this actually blew up a lot of things that were supposed to be happening. And that's the reason why I'm currently living at my mom's house. I do not have all my kits here. I have just a couple of them, and this is, by the way, one of them that I'm going to be showing you, and another one that I was stitching during the last couple of days. So yeah, I will be moving here, but we will not be buying a house. We will be leasing a house, and we will be renting a house. So that's something that's going to be happening soon. Hopefully next week my husband will take a day off, and we will be driving around to look for some apartments, and that will be our arrangement for now. Unfortunately, I do not want to go much into details, like I said, but it's something that really drove me mad. So like I said, something changed, and I am not happy. Anyways, this is my pandemic. As you probably can tell, I did do a little bit of a progress with this one. I actually want to stitch it some more tonight. Maybe not. That depends on my my mood. But basically, this is what I was stitching. I've finished the last page. It's already totally done, and I have moved to the next one. I am now stitching this the beginning of the next I don't know how do you even call it. Anyways, I have ordered today more of the thread. I do have a couple of bobbins I am using. By the way, this is the thread that I'm using. This is the Treasure Braid High Gloss Petite, and I have one, I don't even remember how many, 2 3 4 5 6 7 of them left, plus I have this one. This is actually one that is halfway through, and I have added another, like I had some left on this bobbin, so I added it to this one. So probably that's a full one right now. So I have 7 of them. I'm not counting this one. This is the 8th, and I have ordered 6 more because I have a long way to go and I do not think that it will be enough. By the way, I do not know if 6 more will be enough, but look at this. This is the most beautiful shimmer ever. I do not know why the camera doesn't translate. I think that the lighting doesn't allow the, the shimmer and the brightness of the color to show on camera, but this is so crazy sparkly. This is just so beautiful. You do not even know. This is high gloss, of course. So anyways, this is project number 1. And let me show you. I don't know if you can hear Marky. He's been really fussy. He learned how to stand up by himself, sit up by himself, and today he is really driving everybody crazy because he just wants to stand up. He doesn't want to sit. He just wants to stand up by the couch and steal my stuff. So that's something that's going on with our baby boy right now. Now, next project that I was stitching during this era that I wasn't at home. By the way, I don't have my computer, so hopefully I will be able to upload the video, and because my videos are made of different parts and different pieces, and hopefully I'll be able to do it from this from my mom's house, because I don't have my computer here, I don't have my program, and that's really sad. Okay, so next one is this one. This is my heaven and earth. This is garden, and I will insert an image of how it looked before. But by the way, I don't know. I hope that I will be able to insert an image of how it looked like before, because like I said, I don't have my computer here and I'm not using the program that I'm used to. So if I will not, sorry. But I actually finished the last piece, which was this area over here. This is the beginning of a beautiful flower, and I have moved to the next piece, which is this whole area. I am stitching by color, so this is basically one color over here. This is the background, and this is crazy check. This is like checkboard. Look at this. It's not easy to stitch, by the way. Look at how it looks. It looks like a checkboard. White and black and brownish. And now I'm filling in the spots where I have to add the grays. And there are still spots over here, if you can tell, where I need to add another color. So this is basically not an easy background to stitch. I do not really like stitching backgrounds. That's why this whole area is really annoying to me. I am loving stitching around this area, the flower and the green leaves. So I cannot wait for the background to be over and the beautiful lady to start and the flowers to grow. So this is about it. I am stitching this for like the last 2 days. Thank God. For now, I'm not working. I'm going to start looking for a job soon, now that Marky will be able to stay home with my mom. I do not want to give him away to kindergarten because he is too little for me, and I do not trust kindergartens with babies that small. There were a lot of stories for the last couple of years about babies or kids being abused in kindergartens, being beaten, and this is not something that I want to put Marky through. So while he can, he will be staying home with me or with my mom, and I will be able to go back to work and everything will be great with us. So for now, now that I have a little time left before I find a job that I am happy with, or at least content with, I am able to stitch a little more than I was stitching when I was at the house where I was living with my husband, because now I don't have to do a lot of the things that I did there. You know how it is when you live with your parents, with your mother. most of the job is done by her, plus she helps me with the baby, so I can sit down and enjoy myself a little more. Now, yeah, so this is what's going on with us right now. There are a lot of details that I am not wanting to go into right now. Maybe one day I'll be able to sit down and do a little stitch along video, and I will tell you about this whole scenario that happened with us. This is not a happy story. This is not something that I am happy about. My husband is not really happy about it, but to be honest, it's his father, so he cannot really do a lot about it. Me, from the other hand, I can definitely say that that person made me really, really angry. He has erased a lot of the plans that we were making for a very long time, for just like in a moment, for God knows what reason. Whenever he was leaving by himself before he moved to live with us, he was crying all the time that he was depressed, that he was alone, he didn't have anything to do. And when he moved in with us, he actually started saying that he was smiling every day because he was seeing Marky there, and he was so happy that he wasn't alone anymore and he's in a family. Okay, that will end really soon because my persona will not be stepping into his house again. Now, I will not be looking for a house for him because I spent a long time looking for a house for us. Finally found the perfect dream house for us that we were able to afford, and he actually erased all our, dreams and hopes for that. Okay. That's not very happy ending for this video, but it will be an ending for this video. I'm sure that everything will be okay. Like I said, my husband will be coming over as much as he can to visit us, and we will be finding an apartment. There are some places that I was that I found that were pretty nice for us. So yeah, hopefully this was an interesting video. I know that it took me a while. I hope that I will not be, filming for so long because I like uploading once a week or even more than once a week. And for some reason, I just don't have the energy or the ability to do that for the last while now. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. I love you all. Give me thumbs up, write comments, and subscribe. That will be really, really helpful for my channel to grow. And I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.